Namaste Starlights. So, I wanted to take some time to talk about a skill called thought reframing. So, thought reframing is a skill that is often taken from CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy. A lot of people may be familiar what CBT is, but just in case, CBT is a type of modality of therapy that focuses on our connection between our thoughts, actions, and emotions. Essentially, CBT says that if you have a certain thought, so it could be I'm a failure, then you are going to feel the emotion of being a failure, and then in turn, right, may have some actions that reinforce the thought of being a failure. So, thought reframing is a skill that is in CBT, and it talks about how to reframe or change one's thinking. In CBT, it can be called cognitive distortions or also thinking errors depending on the person. And CBT isn't perfect. It has its pros and cons. It doesn't work for every client. It's not really good for stuff like trauma or, working with the body and being somatic. It is effective for stuff like, maybe anxiety and some possible depression. But it's not an end-all be-all. And, like most older modalities of therapy, it's not perfect and has this history of not being effective. So I just want to put that out there too. So thought reframing is a skill that can be effective depending on how you use it. However, a lot of the times I find that for CBT, it wants you to take a thought that is negative and reframe it into positive, which is difficult to do, especially when the negative thought is about ourselves. So there's that saying, fake it until you make it, right? However, it's not always applicable, and it doesn't always work. If we have a thought of that we're a failure or that we hate ourselves, and then we try and reframe that into, I love myself, I'm not a failure. Can we really believe that? Sometimes maybe, but a lot of the times, if we don't feel good about ourselves, it's going to be very difficult to reframe that into something positive. So, I tell clients, go neutral if you can't go positive. So what does that look like? If you have the thought of, I hate myself, instead of saying, I love myself, go in between. I like myself, or I like this trait, or I like that I do this. And then maybe you're thinking, well, I can't even think of anything about myself that I like. It's okay to go external. Other people have said they liked me. Other people say they love and care about me. External motivating factors aren't inherently bad, right? And sometimes we need to lean on those a little bit. If you have the thought of, I'm a failure because I failed this test, positive reframe is, it's okay, I'll do better next time. Neutral reframe is, I failed the test, I passed other tests, all I can do is just study the best I can. Evidence-based, a bit more factual, right? But still a reframe. Still not starting off with I'm a failure, but maybe not necessarily all the way positive either. Because sometimes it is hard to jump from one end to the other. So, if it's a struggle to go positive, that's okay. Just go neutral.